The Smash roster is one of my favourite parts in the entire Smash series, with the inclusions of new fighters every installment. Some fighters don't make it in. Welcome to A New Foe Has Appeared, where we are going to brainstorm ideas for fighters that could possibly happen in the future. Let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome to A New Foe Has Appeared, with your host, BB8 from BB8's house. In this episode, we are going to talk about a character, a villain from the Yoshi series, which kinda has a weird history, aka the character Kamek, also known as Magic Cooper, and Cody in the YouTube drama series Super Mario Logan. No need to bring that up in A New Foe Has Appeared episode. Even though this character has a weird history of not being included in any games, but he did get a game recalled that one time. Sorry for you viewers in the UK, you know, with the word spastic. I had to bring that up. Let's get into it, shall we? So let's start with his moveset. Well, for B, Minion Summon, Kamek casts a spell forward at a downward diagonal. Once Spell Blast hits any surface, one of Bowser's minions will appear to help Kamek. 3 minions may be on the battlefield at a time, and each of them require different damage to defeat each, able to help Kamek in a different way. The minions stay on the battlefield for 8 seconds before disappearing. Stop right there because I want to expand on Minion Summon. Goomba. The Goomba is summoned and will remain next to Kamek wherever he goes. The Goomba allows Kamek an extra powerful attack if Kamek uses a forward smash while Goomba is in the play. He will launch the Goomba forward. This Goomba launch deals 15% damage and knockback, but can also be used as a shield. The Goomba disappears after hitting an opponent this way, but can also be defeated by dealing the Goomba 10% damage. The Green Koopa is summoned, and it's simply walk forward until it runs off a cliff. Time runs out or it's defeated. If the Koopa walks into an opponent, it will deal 2% damage, but Kamek or anyone else can also jump on the Koopa to turn it into its shell, which it then turns into a green shell item, cannot be killed by damage. Once it takes any damage, it will revert to its Koopa shell item form. The Thwomp will appear above wherever it was summoned, about as high as Rosalina's standing on top of each other. After it is summoned, it will quickly slam itself downward onto the stage, dealing 20% damage and great knockback. After that, it will remain for a few seconds before disappearing, which means it can be a barrier or platform in that time. Cannot be defeated by damage, and is the strongest, rarest summon. Spiny. The Spiny will simply walk forward, dealing 5% damage to opponents who touch it. Takes 20% damage to defeat. And finally, the red Paratrooper appears and travels forward if an opponent gets close. It will attempt to attack them with a downward headbutt, which can deal a meteor effect if you are not careful. It takes 20% damage to defeat. Once defeated, turns into a Koopa Shell item. You could just also hop in it to make it revert to its regular red Koopa, which acts just like a green Koopa. For the side special, Kamek Clone, Kamek creates a clone of himself, and the clone rushes forward a reasonable distance with its magic broom in an attempt to ram into an opponent. If the clone Kamek hits an opponent, it will automatically vanish and deal damage and a random effect on the opponent it hits. The effects vary from fire damage, explosion, which is very rare, freeze, which is just rare, and a flower effect, which lasts 5 seconds, a berry effect, a poison effect, which lasts for 5 seconds, stun effect, or simply send the opponents upwards with a minimal knockback, which deals more knockback the higher the opponent's health. Warp, Kamek quickly spins around and warps upward quite high very quickly. Once Kamek appears, he falls downwards slowly, but can press any attack button to perform a spin attack with his wand. The spin attack deals magic damage, which can be strong enough to send an opponent flying if their damage is high enough. Quick high recovery move, but hard to control where you appear because it's too quick, and the down special being magic boost. Kamek casts some magic dust above itself, much like he does when powering up a boss, to boost Kamek's defense. Due to Kamek's strong moveset and small stature, he has very poor defense. Using a special boost is defense for about 10 seconds. However, there is 15-second cooldown. This greatly increases his defense, however, allowing him to take a few more bigger hits that could usually easily KO him without the defense boost. And finally, for his final smash, his magic field, Kamek summons his trusty broomstick and chuckles before flying off the screen. He then appears at the top of the stage as he flies over 3 times, sprinkling a large magic spell over the whole stage. The stage is now under a magic effect, and every opponent now has a different spell cast on them. These spells may range from inverted controls, turning invisible, shrinking, falling asleep, a flower effect, relentless taunting while the magic fills the stage. Kamek is free to attempt to dish out damage and KOs to his opponents. The spell lasts for about 10 seconds, so Kamek should work fast to attack his opponents based on each of their effects. If an opponent is defeated when they come back on stage, they won't have any effects on them. So the alts are basic blue robes, red robes, green robes, yellow robes, purple robes, which is themed around Kammy Koopa, with a purple robe, hat, and different glasses similar to the ones worn by Kammy. White robes, orange robes, and black robes. The stage will be Kamek quarters from the game Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. And for the Kirby hat, Kirby gains a hat and glasses similar to Kamek, along with his ability to use Minion Summon. So guys, that was my idea for Kamek. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notifications on. Finally, don't forget to leave a comment when you've subscribed. And this Who Will Prevail is not a Who Will Prevail this time. Only because the next episode is the 25th episode of A New Foe Has Appeared. Because I am going to do this once every 25 episodes from now on. Like a special episode. And this, which special will prevail, is... So, the which special will prevail is A, I will be talking about Echo Fighters for most of the characters, except for some, of course, since they don't have a character similar to them. Or B, a brand new Super Smash Bros. Game. I only gave the answers this time because it's quite obvious that that's the Smash Bros. Logo, but not any other Smash Bros. Logo. That's it for Kamek. BB-8 out. And one minor note before we end the video. There will be no New Foe Has Appeared episode on Friday following the special. But a regular video will be taking its place.